Hi, I'm John Winslow with Recovery Today, and we are following up on Pack 14 with our recent drug court presentation with Judge Beckstead to continue the discussion with Lindsay Tayman, who is the Wicomico County Drug Court Coordinator. Hi, Lindsay.
Thank you, John. It's good to be here.
So you're going to tell us about drug court and your role as coordinator of the Wicomico County Drug Court. Just before we started this interview, you were telling me that you had recently got your master's degree in social work. So congratulations again on that.
Thank you.
And tell us about how that fits and what you do as coordinator with the Wicomico County Drug Court.
So I am the coordinator of the Circuit Court Adult Drug Court here in Wicomico County. I kind of fell into it, actually. I started my education as a social work student at Salisbury University. I had a field placement in addictions program with juveniles, and I came to the circuit court after graduating with my bachelor's and started working with families and children. Started with the drug court in September 2013, and it's just something that's interested me ever since. I really enjoy working with our population. Drug courts work with individuals who've been convicted of crimes. It's a program provides really intense resources to those folks to help them live lives in recovery in the community.
So you're going to help us really get into the weeds today in terms of what happens in drug court.
Yes, I just want to give a message so that the community understands what resource we are providing and what alternative we have available for citizens of Wicomico County who've been convicted of crimes and who are interested in addressing a substance abuse issue if that is the root of the criminal behavior.
Great, so let's just jump right into it.
Okay, great. So drug court started about 28 years ago in Miami, actually, when the crack epidemic started. They really wanted to figure out a way to work with offenders to improve outcomes. They were having offenders go into jail and come out, reoffend, and still use. So that's kind of what we were looking at. Jail as a sentence, is it really working for folks who've been convicted of crimes? And the answer overwhelmingly for individuals with substance abuse issues is that it is not. 47% of drug offense or individuals in prison are there because of drug offenses. And we find that within 3 years, they are often rearrested, reconvicted, reincarcerated, and they've relapsed to drug use 95% of the time. So jail as a sentence really wasn't working. So John, what we started looking at is what if we just refer these individuals to treatment and give them an opportunity to work on those skills in the community? And what they're finding is that within 12 months, 90% of individuals just don't report or they have not continued with treatment.
Wow.
And they can't be treated if they're not there. That is where drug courts came in. It's a specialized docket that utilizes community resources to teach individuals how to live lives in recovery. And so that's what we're really trying to do, with supervision from the court and from the community and resources within the community. So drug court is primarily a treatment-focused program. That is our goal in the drug court program, is for folks to learn how to live a life in recovery. And having good treatment outcomes is dependent upon individuals being there. And that's one of the benefits of drug court, is that we will make sure that they get there.
This ensures that they stay engaged in their treatment.
Yes. That's the difference between traditional court and drug court. Individuals can be ordered onto treatment by virtue of a traditional probation, but they don't necessarily have the same accountability that they'll have in drug court. There's an increased level of supervision. There's law enforcement participation. The court monitors individuals and they report to us frequently. We utilize incentives and sanctions, and we use immediate consequences for non-compliance.
Could you give an example of an incentive?
So incentives are positive feedback. We use some tangible incentives. A lot of our success in the research shows that the positive feedback from a judge to an individual who's been involved in the criminal justice system is really where that motivation comes. They're not getting positive feedback from attorneys and lawyers, or from attorneys and law enforcement and judges. That's not been their experience, and they are now having that experience.
So Judge Beckstead, for instance, would be up there and saying, "Yay, Billy, way to go! You did really great this week." And
yes,
okay.
Judge Beckstead is excellent with encouraging participants, and she really understands what we're trying to accomplish in the drug court program.
Okay.
So the mission of our program specifically is to reduce substance abuse and related criminal behavior by holding offenders accountable. And that is really important with drug courts. We are really working to hold these individuals accountable as they learn the skills to live in recovery. Our hope is to improve the effectiveness of the criminal justice system and improve the quality of life for all citizens of the county. I tell participants that this is your program and you do the work, but just like active addiction impacts the community and your families and friends and all of these other areas of your life, so does recovery.
If they're doing well in their treatment experience and with drug court and their participation and so forth, their family members are gaining the benefits of that. The communities, there are less arrests, there are less problems with the law, so forth. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Yes. There's families being reunited, which is something that the criminal behavior really impacts. There's children in our community who don't have parents available to them because they are incarcerated. And our participants are available to their children, which is really significant.
Great.
So our program specifically is a minimum of 15 to 18 months with intensive court supervision. We are going to see these individuals a minimum of every other week in the beginning. And as they progress through the program, we decrease the supervision. But that's as they've demonstrated that they can live their lives in the community successfully and in recovery. It is a program that participants consent to participate in. We do have a team. Our program would not be possible without our team members. We work collaboratively with many different community agencies who deliver various services. But primarily our team members are law enforcement, the state's attorney's office, the public defender's office, Department of Parole and Probation, and Department of Corrections.
And the treatment.
And the treatment providers, of course, yes. We're very fortunate to have them. So a little bit specifically about our drug court. We started in 2005. Since then, we've had about 870 drug court referrals. We've seen 90 participants graduate from our program, which is a really fantastic accomplishment, and it's a really happy day for a lot of people. Our participants are required to be employed, so that's not something maybe that they've had experience with in their recent lives, but we require them to be employed. So they are working, they are verifying their employment, they're tax-paying citizens. Right now we have 46 participants in our program, 34 of which are employed.
Lindsay, you said that a number of them have not ever been employed before. So is there anybody, any agency or anybody that can help give them some skills for interviewing or employment, how to hold a job, how to get a job?
Yes, so we work specifically with the Goodwill Career Center. They have a job readiness curriculum, and they have other various training sessions that are available to teach individuals how to be job ready. They help them overcome the fact that they have a criminal history when they're searching for employment, and they help them locate employment. We work with other partners in the community too to assist participants with career development skills and all of those sorts of things. And education as well. We encourage participants to follow up or continue any education wherever they may have left off, whether it be 9th grade or a bachelor's degree. We encourage them to continue somehow. Our participants are also required to complete community service. One of those things about recovery is giving back, and so we require our participants to give back to this community. There's a Made for Excellence component of our program. It's the case management, ancillary services, and life skills development component. And the participants work directly with a case manager, resource manager, who refers them to community agencies who provide various services so that they can develop skills in different areas of their life, which will enable them to better live in recovery. Those areas can be health, financial, their legal, their education, finance, like employment, yes, those areas. So we work with them and refer to community agencies so that they can develop skills and tend to all of the things they may need to tend to, they haven't, in those areas.
Now that sounds like an awful lot for a participant to do. I mean, there's the treatment, there's all those components, there's, I guess, involvement with mutual aid groups.
Yes. It is a lot. The drug court program is not a get out of jail free card. It is a lot of work. And I tell participants when they come to our program, if you want to do recovery, you will be successful in this program because that is what we're asking from you. If you want to get out of jail, this is going to be really challenging. There was a cost-benefit analysis completed on our drug court previously. The issues that they look at for cost-benefit for drug courts is recidivism, completion rates, and then the actual financial costs, that benefits versus avoidance. And what they found was that significantly individuals who participate in the drug court program, whether they have successfully completed or they have not, are far less likely to recidivate. And that recidivism means not committing a new crime, not being rearrested, not re-engaging with the criminal justice system. So we completed a cost-benefit analysis on our program because that is one of the reasons that local governments and jurisdictions buy into making this available to individuals in the community, because it is more cost-effective than incarceration. What we see is that individuals who've had an opportunity to engage in treatment and learn life skills and live a life in the community in recovery are more likely to be successful moving forward than individuals who are incarcerated or placed on probation as usual. We find often that the recidivism rates are much higher, that they'll reoffend, and that they will spend more time incarcerated, which is cost to the community.
Lindsay, when I look at the data and the cost savings for somebody that's successfully engaged in drug court as opposed to someone that is not going through the traditional criminal justice system,
Yes.
it is amazing the huge savings that are there. It's no wonder that the drug courts are promoted in the degree that they have been, you know, for the value, not only the human potential and the lives saved, but the cost saving to the taxpayers as well.
Yes, and that's another thing you can't really quantify is there is a child whose parent is available to them, and they are going to navigate this world also. And so we don't know what benefit cost-wise that may serve, but we know certainly that that child has a better chance having a parent available to them. So that is why drug courts have become one of the greatest opportunities for individuals engaged in the criminal justice system, for communities looking to address criminal behavior and addiction in a different way. That is why they are nationwide and internationally now. So it's really a fantastic opportunity.
Well, Lindsay, on behalf of the Recovery Today and PAC 14, I greatly appreciate you coming in today and informing us about what's happening with drug courts. Thank you so much.
Thank you, John. It's my pleasure. And we do have my contact information available if anybody would like to contact me for more information. If you know someone who is in a proceeding in the criminal justice system in Wicomico County and they have a substance abuse issue, please don't hesitate to contact me and see if that is an opportunity that may be presented to that person.
Thanks again, Lindsay. And again, this is John Winslow. Thank you for viewing Recovery Today on PAC 14.